What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. What we're going to be looking at now is the 50 moving average and the 100 moving average part of kind of this whole system. Now, this might work for some, this might not work for others. To be completely honest, I can probably do just fine without, but it is nice to have some moving averages on your chart because it does help you in the short term to kind of understand the trend a little bit as well. So if I could break this down sort of simply, because we don't want to hammer on this too much, because we will do some more videos on other moving averages as well, where this might clear up a little bit of it. So we don't have to go too in depth with this right now. So kind of the basics here are that when the 50 moving average, which is the red line, okay, so when we have our red line above our green line, in theory, what it really means is that the stock is more momentum to the upside, or that it is uptrending within that, time period. So you can see here, we have the 50 over the green line, and then eventually the 50 crosses down below the green. And at that point, you could say that the stock is now downtrending. Now, if you've done any trading before, you will know that moving averages are a lagging indicator, right? So for example, if you would have waited until the red line crossed below the green line here, at that point, the price was already right here, okay? So the price had to move all the way down to this point in order to make that cross possible. So it's not necessarily that you're using this cross to dictate you taking a position all the time, but it's more or less there as a reference for you, a little bit more of a piece of, a little more information to use throughout your day, right? Because let's look at it like this. Not that we want to take action when it crosses, but now we know that the stock is kind of weak essentially on the day, right? Think about it. We started with a nice move up. The 50's over the green, right? Everything's looking smooth. And then we have this big sell-off. Once we get this big sell-off, far enough, essentially these moving averages cross. And then look at what kind of trading we kind of get from there on out. It's kind of sideways. You can see the moving averages are staying really close together, right? When that's the case, price is kind of consolidating too. So again, it's just a nice way to help you understand in the short time frame whether your stock is in an uptrending motion or a downtrending motion, just from a simple view, okay? But do note that as a whole, I primarily trade off of the channel system on a low to high basis. And in the next videos to come up in this section, we're really going to start diving into a lot of this, showing how I'm going to show you how to use it intraday for quick trades, show you how you go about kind of setting up your whole day going forward. So I know in a lot of videos, you might not kind of get the full process of what you're going to want to do each morning to find stocks, set up your levels correctly so you know where to trade off of to make good trades. That's what we're going to start diving into next on this. So again, just want to make a quick video on the moving average here, just so you know kind of how we use it. And again, it's really a simple view to say when the 50's over the green, we're sort of uptrending. When the moving averages come closer together and they're kind of sitting on one another, a lot of times we'll get some kind of choppier coiling price action, which then can lead to another move, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to start diving into how we go about starting our day with this strategy, mapping out the levels each morning so that there's really no questions coming into the day for you. You already know where you want to buy. You already know where you would sell. And if those points trigger throughout the day, then you're into a trade. If they don't ever hit your levels, then you might not end up taking a trade. And that's kind of the thing about the market, is we can map out where we want things to go and what we would like them to do, but the market doesn't have to do anything we want. So it's all about us really figuring out where those low risk levels are going to be at, so that if in fact the markets do that, we can take action. Okay, so we're going to start diving into those videos right now. So I hope you guys like it, and definitely stay tuned.